learn to love pain. Because if you can learn to love pain, then you will be able to grow a lot. And the reason why I say this is because yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, I was in a ton of pain. Like I was like furious. I was disappointed in myself. I was pissed at myself. I was frustrated because the situation that I was in, right, which was like sleeping super duper late, waking up super duper late, not getting any work done, just doom scrolling on Instagram, not being productive, not doing my work, doing everything but my work, playing, Brawl Stars, like this self of mine, like it was disgusting, and I was in so much pain because I'm so far away from my financial goals, and I'm in a big hole right now, right? And so that caused a lot of pain. But out of that pain came a lot of growth. And today was a beautiful example of that, right? So I went to bed at 2 a.m.-ish, 2:30 a.m.-ish, right? Probably 2:30. I think it was around 2:30. And I woke up at 4:20 a.m. To head to my 5 a.m. client. And I trained her, and I made a promise to myself. I was like, dude, today you are going to make up for your sins for the past few weeks, the past few months, like your entire life, man. Like you're gonna get your shit together. And so that's exactly what I did, right? I didn't sleep a single time today. I didn't sleep in, right? So right after my client, I went to the gas station, filled up gas, got a Celsius. By the way, I haven't had a Celsius in so long. I used to be addicted to energy drinks. But I needed it to stay awake, just for my safety, because I'm on the road, right? So only for emergencies. But I got the Celsius to stay awake, and then for the rest of the day, I just did a ton of work. And let me show you my calendar real quick. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty filled out, but here's for today, right? So I went to, I did not get coffee downstairs, instead I got, Celsius. But then I figured out LinkedIn, I set it all up, I had a few questions regarding how my campaigns would work out. But basically, I'm just gonna use Ulink to mass source the leads, and then kind of send outbound messages to the connection request, or the connections that I believe are overweight, right? I played some Brawl Stars with Alex, a little 30-minute break, right? I did my affirmations, and then I crushed the rest of LinkedIn, right? I filmed my I did not film my VSL here, but I figured out a lot of stuff here. I forgot exactly what I did. All I know is that I set up my LinkedIn, and now it's all ready to go, right? I greeted Thea, who I'll talk about later. I did not do some content, actually, which I need to do tomorrow. I network expanded, which is an Instagram strategy of sourcing leads, okay? I messaged my clients, and then I created my VSL. And so my VSL, it looks something like this. All right, you ready, guys? Ready? Awesome. So if you're watching this video right now, it means you're curious to learn how we can help you lose weight and finally escape the exhausting cycle of feeling sluggish, overweight, and just drained at your desk all day. Hi, my name is Peter Lee, and I've pre-recorded this video for you to explain how my company, Shred at Home, can help you lose a minimum of 30 pounds of fat in just 90 days via the Shred at Home blueprint. That's right. And if we don't deliver results, not a dime is lost on your end, and we'll actually wire you $3,000 for the inconvenience. That's right. Speaking of results, I have a quick clip here showing you who we help transform and exactly how it works. All right, so we have Jim here, who lost 31.2 pounds in 3 months, and he went from feeling exhausted, battling health issues like high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes, to feeling, energetic, effortlessly, keeping up with his kids, and most importantly, feeling alive. And then we have Steven, who lost 29.4 pounds in 3 months, and he went from feeling tired and self-conscious at work to crushing meetings with laser focus and feeling confident shirtless. We have Gerardo, who lost 23, Shad 27, Patrick 29, Jason 25. You kind of get the point here, right? We have transformed hundreds of entrepreneurs' lives with our Shred at Home blueprint. And there we have it, the average result of a client who does work with us. And so the way that this works is we customize the set of proven fat loss systems to your busy lifestyle and schedule, helping you lose fat without spending hours in the gym and without sacrificing your productivity and time, which will ultimately make you more money. And so this will make it impossible for you to not lose 30 pounds within 90 days and solve the problem of weight loss forever. It works like a charm, and we do this at no risk to you. So if you are interested, please send a thumbs up, and I'll set you up with a calendar link to book a demo call with our team. And don't worry, it's low pressure. We'll just run you through the blueprint, and if you're a good fit, then we'll onboard you. And if not, no problem at all. But I highly encourage you to send a thumbs up, because it could very well genuinely change your life. I'll see you on the call. And so that was pretty much my VSL that I will send to my clients. And then I went to my client, I trained him, I went to Chipotle, got Chipotle, learned about catering, seeing how much that would cost. I had to call my mentor, which I was talking about briefly, and now I'm getting ready to bed. Currently, 10 p.m. So this is the first time that I've slept at pretty much before 10. I can't say before 10 p.m. anymore. Dang it. This is the first time I've slept at before 11 p.m. Right? So I'm very proud of that. That's genuinely one of my biggest accomplishments of this month. And there's a lot to unpack. But really, the main message of this video is that if you want to see a lot of growth, one of the best ways to do so is by going through a lot of pain, right? And it's funny because it's kind of like a paradox, right? Growth is this awesome, phenomenal thing, and then pain is this really awful or seemingly awful thing, right? Kind of like how, for example, if you want to solve a problem, then you need to find a solution, opposites. That was a really bad example. But one thing I will say is that 3 things happened today, I think. The first one is that my partner, my boss, Mike Offers, the GOAT, he managed to close a client for $8,000. $8,000 for an entire year, 1 training session per week. And keep in mind, he hasn't been able to have any good leads or have any closed deals within a month or 2, right? So this was massive because we needed that, right? And then the other thing is that today I had a conversation with him about my appointment setter, who I hired, right? Her name is Thea, and I hired her for online coaching. And one thing I realized is that, this is tough to say, but the only reason why I hired Thea, my appointment setter, was because I was lazy, right? Because I hired her to do the monotonous work for outbound, right? For sending messages to leads. But the only reason why it was monotonous and why it was a lot of volume and whatnot is because I made it so. And the reason why I made it so is because I was lazy. So instead of, for context, I'm a online coach. So if you're an online coach, the best way to get clients is to send personalized outbound messages, right? Because that's more personal. Because ultimately, I'm a personal coach, so I need to be personal, right? And people are so scammy nowadays that it's hard to know who to trust. And so, knowing that, I still didn't want to do it because I was lazy. And I was like, how can I automate all of this? How can I make this, take the easy way out? The thing in business is that there is no easy way out, because even if you were to find the easy way out, you're going to find a way to make it hard. Every single easy way out is going to be hard. There's going to be some obstacle within the easy way out. It's just gonna be later down the line. So kind of imagine there's a pathway, right? There's a pathway, you are here and that's where you want to be, right? You're standing at the entrance of this pathway, and the gold mine is here, right? And most of the time you can't see that, maybe it's a tall mountain, right? And you see a big fat statue at the end, and you're right here. And at the entrance, it might look beautiful. It might be a grand, beautiful entrance that you're this looks pretty good. I'm gonna try entering it, right? Because it's the easy path. It's a beautiful, seemingly really easy path. But as you go along it, you realize, shoot, looks are deceiving. It's actually a really, really tough path. As opposed to the tough path, right? It's that's a really ugly gate. We're scary looking too. Okay, let's go through it. And it turns out to be really beautiful. I did an awful job of explaining that, but basically, truly, in business and in life, honestly, business and life are connected. Businesses are just extension of their owners, right? And their personal lives. But there really is no easy way out. There is no easy way. If you truly want success, and I'm learning this the hard way, right? If you truly want success, you have to take the hard way. Every path you take is going to be hard, because that is what the universe demands of you. That is what is required. That is the sacrifice that is required for you to obtain your goals and your dreams, and that is how you become worthy of them, right? And so that's the mistake I made, which was hiring an appointment setter prematurely and hiring her for the wrong reasons. I didn't even have a validated system. My metrics were doggy. Like they were, like my ABR was like, ooh, like 0.3%, like, huh? Right? It was awful. Maybe 0.5, but it was awful. Awful. And so there was no reason for me to hire her besides the fact that I was fudging lazy. Like lazy as hell. And what I mean when I say like the easy path is never what it seems and the easy path is actually always hard is that now I have to let her go. Keep in mind, my boss in his like 20 years of business has never let anyone go, right? And me, in like my third year of business, or fourth, I actually don't know how. I'm 21, I've been doing this since like 18, 3 years? My 3 years doing business, like I already have to let someone go. And not because they're bad, actually, she's okay. But she's a great person. But it's no one's fault besides myself. I hired her for the wrong reasons. I didn't train her properly. I didn't give her enough coaching and training. Like it was like I don't need her, right? I don't need her. I would only need her if I'm lazy, and I was lazy, but that's not going to get me to my goals. Right? I can't be lazy. And anyway, so that was the second part of today, and I think I'll leave it at that. Just 2, not 3 for today. But yeah, this video was all over the place. Oh, the third thing, actually, I lied. Third thing was that 20-minute nap that I took. Wow, was that amazing. Wow. It was only a 20-minute nap because I had to wake up for my client, but I woke up feeling refreshed, and I guess that truly is a secret, taking mini naps. And that's what allowed me to drive home safely without having to drink caffeine. And so I'm at the point where I'm ready to lock the fudge in. I'm ready to lock in, and I'm locked in. I really am. Like it's literally 10:07 p.m. The only reason why I'm up is because I'm recording this for myself and you guys, right? If you're watching this, if you somehow made it this far, genuinely, I don't know why you're doing it, but thank you. Maybe I just became hella rich later on, and someone was like, "Oh, I want to watch Peter's episodes. Oh, I want to see how we became rich." But this is really where the tide starts to turn. This is really where the momentum is being built. And this is really where, like, I truly have to understand that there is no easy way out. There really is no easy way out. Every easy path is always riddled with hard obstacles. And that's something that I really have to learn. And most importantly, the takeaway from this is that pain, you have to learn to love pain. Learn to love pain. Because pain is what creates growth. Pain is what creates growth. And I'll have a simple example to demonstrate this, right? A person that is overweight and on the brink of death, right? Even a person that's, let's say, has lung cancer because they smoked all the time, right? And they're about to die. Both people are about to die. They're going to do all that they can, like 99% of the time, to change the habits to save themselves. And it's because their pain is so great, like their fear of death, that pain is so great that they're forced to change and grow. And so that's why I'm learning to embrace pain. Another thing that happened today that I completely forgot about is my boss kind of introduced a new method of acquisition that worked for him. That's the one that got him $8,000 from one client. And he only sent out, this is the crazy part, only 49 messages sent out. Like there were like three book calls and into the future, and one of them actually closed. So 4 total, I think. And I had this resistance. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that, because he told me to hop onto it for my old leads that I already outbounded, and I had some resistance. And so like I was really iffy about it, and he could sense it. And then we ended the call, and I told him like I'll talk to you soon. And I hopped in the shower and I reflected on it. And I realized that the reason why, I even wrote it out here, the reason why I felt like resistance against it is because, one, my Instagram, because I've been sending so much outbound and so many follow-ups, it's at a high risk. It's very volatile, right? And so I don't want to risk that account just being permabanned and just shut down. But then there's always a workaround to that, right? So the workaround to that resistance was, I was thinking to myself, well, I can just strip out the messages of this campaign really slowly, right? This automation really slowly. That way Instagram won't flag it. So that was like, done. The next thing was shiny object, right? So I had this big belief that I have to concentrate on what's in front of me. Like, if there's a proven method that's in front of me, I got to get it done. Like, one thing at a time. Like, stay committed, stay consistent, right? And so I brought this up to my boss. Like, I felt this was the main reason why I felt conflicted, especially because he was the one that has always been telling me, like, you know, big shiny object. But he was like, yes, but this is like momentum, right? Like, we know this method works because it just worked. And he was like, you know, this is the universe's momentum. And in more scientific terms, it's like, it's really, really new, so nobody's on it. So because it's new, nobody's on it, that means it's really, really good. It's really, really strong because no one's used it, right? So it's not saturated. And so it's really good to use that. It's really good to use that. And so the key takeaway from that is that nothing in this life is black and white. That's not true, because that would be a paradox, right? It's really funny, right? That'd be a paradox. But most things in life are not. Most things in life are. Oh, I am back. My phone went to 1%, and then my roommates came back at the same exact time, so I cut off the recording. But I completely forgot what I said before. But to wrap it all up, right? The main takeaways from today are that learn to really love pain, because pain is the catalyst to growth. That's number one. Number two, never take shortcuts, because every shortcut ends up being riddled with challenges, right? Every easy way out, there's always going to be really, really hard obstacles. That's number two. And then number three is that your boy is improving. He's sleeping earlier, he feels better. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. This is PLOG V1.7, I think. A girl here just walked past by me. That was embarrassing. But that is it for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.